Let's talk about the second AML form, anti-money laundering form, and that is Form 8938. Now, this is a form that's included in the tax return. It is an IRS form. It's not a FinCEN form. So this form has to be filed with your tax return. Now this form, not all tax software, retail tax software products support this. Very few do, actually. It's a complicated form. The second page of it can be repeated as many counts as you need. So it can be multiple pages based on how many accounts you have. Again, failure to file this form is a $10,000 penalty, growing to $50,000 penalty if you fail to file the form when you should have. And remember, this is an anti-money laundering form. Honest people file, dishonest people don't, and then they're subjected to the penalties. Now, the filing threshold, the minimum filing threshold for the Form 8938 is higher. It's $50,000 or possibly even higher based on your marital situation and whether you live in or out of the United States. But basically, if you're over $50,000, you're in the filing range. These rules on what the filing threshold is are actually somewhat convoluted, and my advice is that if you're over $50,000, just file it. Don't try to rationalize it. Don't try to get out of filing it. Again, this is one of those forms. It's safer to file it than to not file it. You'll thank yourself that you filed it. Secondly, why are there two forms? Why is there an FBAR and a Form 8938? Well, it has to do with two different laws. The FBAR comes from the Bank Secrecy Act. It was passed before year 2000. And then the FATCA law passed in 2010 mandated Form 8938. And it's a little bit more broad than the FBAR form. So there's an overlap. All your foreign bank accounts, foreign brokerages, and crypto exchanges would be reported here. In addition, you have to report any transaction where the issuer or counterparty to that deal is not a U.S. person. So this describes pretty much everything you do on DeFi transactions or peer-to-peer where you don't know who the counterparty is, or if you don't know for certain that they're American persons. When we trade on crypto, everything's pretty much anonymous. You don't know whether they're a foreigner or not. Now, when you trade on a U.S. exchange, all that anti-money laundering obligation is taken care of by them. So this really only applies to foreign exchanges and all DeFi exchanges that are not reporting 1099s to the government.